Hi guys, it's Mario Obo. I want to talk about a very sensitive subject. I've been getting inboxes and people needing guidance, asking me about how do you get married to a Western woman, or how do you get your papers when you get married, using women for papers. So I want to quickly share this video with you. It may be a long video, but if you're patient enough, maybe you can get some kind of wisdom to see if this is the best pathway for you when you migrate. If getting married to a woman of that country where you're in maybe a quicker way for you, I don't know. It varies from country to country, okay? There are countries in Asia where even if you get married to a woman of that country, you never get their passport. You never get citizenship in that country. Most Commonwealth nations, yes, you can get married, and the documentation, it differs from country to country. Some may require you to get the woman's parents to sign a document, some may not. All right, but the truth is that getting married to a woman of that country is a very sure way of getting your permanent residency or your citizenship in that country. And this is the thing here, right? It is a myth that African men use Western women for papers. Yes, we do. African men have a long history of getting married to Western women. When they get their papers, they leave. But it's not synonymous to only African men. All right, men of other nationalities also do it. But like anything that a black man does is always blown out of proportion. So other men actually get married to women of Western nations just because of papers. It doesn't have to do with only Africans. But just in case you are thinking about getting married to a woman and then lodging your papers after that, getting your citizenship quickly, I want to give you the pros and cons of it. Now, number one, it takes time to find that woman that is willing to sign all the documentations for you to come here, for you to remain in the Western nation. It takes a long time. Many men have stayed for 12 years, I swear, 11, 12 years, even more, before they found that woman that was willing to sign the papers and to be able to stand in front as a sponsor for you to remain in the nation where they are in now. Okay, it takes time to find these women. And these women are informed. All right, they're very aware that most of them are being used for papers. They even have groups on social media of women who have been abused, women who have been victimized by this evil. Okay, so they are very aware. Now, it takes a lot to convince a woman of a Western nation to sponsor you in the Western nation. It's getting difficult, and most African men don't realize, we don't realize it. We just think that, well, when I get to the Western world, I'm going to find a woman, I'm going to get married to her, I'm going to have a family, we're going to stay there. As soon as I get my papers, I will run away. Some may not even have that intention. You may even be genuine. Like have a genuine intention with the woman, but because of past history and because of past hurt, it's very difficult, okay? So it takes time. It's 3 minutes already. I told you it's going to be a long video, okay? So please be patient and learn. Now, number two is the government of these nations are aware now that their women or their citizens are being used for this purpose. The government are aware. So what do? They put a time frame. Now, okay, you say this woman is your wife, right? You've lodged your papers, right? Now she's the one going to sponsor you, okay? Now we'll test you for a period of 2-3 years to know how genuine this relationship truly is. Now listen, some men are very smart. Even if it's 10 years that they put as a barrier, okay, some men will still go for it. Okay, they will still pretend like they love you and all that. But you have to be a genius. You have to be very, very smart for you to be able to hide your intention for 2 years. Just imagine for two Christmas, 2 times, you're going to hide your emotions, sleep on the same bed with a woman you don't love, or it's not easy. It's mentally draining. Okay, it takes time. That's what I'm trying to get at from that statement. It takes time. The government knows about it. They know that their women or their citizens are being exploited for this purpose. So the government is aware. 3, it is expensive. It is very, very expensive. Okay, now I don't know about America, I don't know about other countries, but Australia, the partner visa is about $7,000 if I'm not guessing, or maybe even more. Okay, now if you convert that to an African currency, That's a lot of money, man. Even in the Western, even in Australia, $7,000 is not a joke. You have to come up with that money. It's expensive, so it's not cheap at all. Okay. Now, another thing is, in the case of divorce, because when you get married to a woman of another culture, it may be difficult. Okay, it may be difficult. Now, if a child is involved in that relationship, let's say as soon as you get married to her, she gets pregnant for you, you guys have a child, and now you got your papers, you want to run away, there are annuities, there are payments you must make. It's called child support. You must make that payment to that woman to raise that child for 18 years. Okay? And it's not cheap at all. For 18 years, you must stick with that payment. There are penalties if you don't stick with it. You can go to jail. Okay, you can get some benefits from you removed. It can get on your record. You can drive and the police can pull you over for it. If you do not pay that annuity, you get in big trouble. Okay, and it's not cheap. Imagine paying such a large amount of money for 18 years of your life. It's not cheap at all. All right, so although some people do it, some have 2, 3, 4 children, but if you really talk to these people one-on-one, you see that child support payments is not a joke. It's not easy at all. Okay, it's not easy at all. So using women for papers could look on the outside so good, but the reality of it is very bad. Now, in the case of divorce, all right, now you guys are separated now. You've got what you want to go. The woman has a right, depending on the country where you're in. I'm talking about where I am now. The woman has a right to touch your pension and split your payment. You can't just walk away like that. There are financial implications to these things. Now, when you calculate the cons and the pros, you can see that it's not really an easy way out, is it? It's not really easy. Okay, it's not really easy. But if that's what you want to do, I've just given you the information. I've just given you the idea. Now it's up to you to make the choice or not. All right? Now, my name is Mario Obo. I want to let you know that my dream is to see every African migrant be a success. To see, because there is zero tolerance to African failures. You cannot fail as an African. You cannot. All right? You cannot. Many people depend on you to succeed. All right? Because to whom much is given, much is expected. So make the right choice. Whatever you do, be very, very careful. Think through it. Is it worth it? Is this God's will? Am I functioning in God's time? Or do I wait for the right time to come? There is no rush. All right, there is no rush. It's not the one that first starts that first to finish. Okay? It's not the one that gets his papers first that's first to make it. The oil of grace is different in the heads of human beings. Your grace and my grace are not the same. All right? God bless Africa. One love.